Well, first, I just want to say happy Veterans Day to everyone, every American out in the country, and we honor those who served the military and fought for our country fiercely and for the love of this country. So, happy Veterans Day to everybody. As we celebrate Veterans Day, we celebrate by watching our teams in a big rivalry, like the rivalry between the Hurricanes and Florida State Seminoles. Um, as you would expect, as shock to no one, um, they have beaten us 27-20. Um, but but there are some good things about this game. The first good thing is how well our true freshmen played. The defense has and did play. I thought they played really good tonight. Um, a lot of freshman starters who played on this game, and they really gave FSU a hard time in this game. It took a few mistakes of Hurricanes for the Florida State to capitalize, and then of course, and FSU can even agree, the officiating is just horrendous. It's horrendous on both sides. I can't say it's against us all the time because that's not true because they did have a fair share of horrendous calls, but it seemed as though as the fishing is so egregious and so obviously missed. You have to wonder if it's done intentionally. I just wonder if they're the same referees who officiated the game between us and Clemson, and I'll tell you why as this video go along. All right, so we start off with Florida State getting the football first, as we have to look at Jordan Travis, who completes the pass to Trey Benson for 17 yards. That's first down for FSU. Then first down, Benson with the 1 yard rush, second and 9. Pass is incomplete. And a third and 9 pass complete to Johnny Wilson for 7 yards, but we forced the punt. I was pretty amazed. Then Emory Williams, the true freshman, starts this game over Tyler Van Dyke. It turned out to be a pretty good decision because I thought for the rest of the game, I thought he played really good for a true freshman, and that's saying a lot from him too. But with this possession, it's a 3-and-out, so there's really not much to say about this one. Just a one running play and incomplete passes. FSU, Trey Benson with the 4 yard rush. Second and 6, Jordan Travis pass complete to Douglas for 5 yards. Then it's third and 1. Trey Benson for 7 yards up. That's good for the first. Travis then throws an incomplete pass. Second and 10. Toifel for 2 yards. Third and 8, Jordan Travis pass complete to Douglas for 16 yards. Initially, that was a touchdown for Douglas, but it turned out that he was out of bounds, so the play went back from a 16-yard gain. But it didn't matter at the end. No gain on the next run for Toifeli. Second and 10. Mine was called for an offside, so it's up 5 more yards. Second and 5 now. Pass complete to Jaheim Bell for 9 yards. That's good for the first. And next thing you realize, they're already inside the 10. First and goal, Trey Benson for 2 yards. Second and goal, Trey Benson. And yeah, touchdown. Touchdown, FSU Seminoles. No surprise there. Ryan Fitzgerald kicks it up and away. All right, now we start off our possession as we start with the false start. Great. First and 15, Fletcher go with the 8 yard rush. Second and 7, Fletcher again for 4 more yards. Third and 3, Emory Williams pass complete to Jacoby George for 43 yards. I don't know if the defense of the Seminoles will call sleeping, but George was loose. I thought he played magnificent tonight. First and 10, then Williams then throws an incomplete pass intended for Brashard Smith. Second and 2, Fletcher for 2 yards. Third and 8, Williams unfortunately was sacked 10 yards by Florida State, and then Bargalis decided to take a field goal for 51 yards, and that ball just curves. Yeah, that ball curved, and that just went nowhere near. So, 51 yarder, he misses that one, and it remains a 7-0 ball game. I mean, god damn it. And FSU tries with this one. They take a few run plays. Dre Benson for 2 yards. Benson um, for 7 more yards. That's not good enough for the first. But the next play, Jordan Travis took it himself for 4 yards. That's a first down there. Toffoli run for 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Pass complete to Johnny Wilson for 18 yards. 1st and 10, pass it complete to Coleman. 2nd and 10, pass complete to Jaheim Bell for 16 yards. That were in the first quarter. Trey Benson then rushed for 2 yards. 2nd and 8, Jordan Travis incomplete both times in a row for Keon Coleman. And Ryan Fitzgerald just kicks a field goal up. The next possession, we only got one. We only got one first down. Fletcher for 4 yards, 2nd and 6. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Miami. But then the next play, Emory Williams pass complete to Jacoby George for 25 yards. Even after the unsportsmanlike conduct, it gave us a 25-yarder. Now, I could say for certain things get pretty heated in this game, and then unsportsmanlike just didn't cost him too much. 1st and 10, Fletcher for 1 yard loss. 2nd and 9, Emory Williams passing complete. 3rd and 9, Emory Williams gets sacked again. And it's the same guy, Colin Deloach, twice. And then they had to punt it. FSU then comes in. Jordan Travis pass complete to Jaheim Bell for 16 more yards. 1st and 10, Benson loses 3 yards on a rush. Florida State calls timeout. 2nd and 13. Loss of yard is Toffoli. 1 yard loss. 3rd and 14. Pass complete to Douglas for 1 yard, and FSU punts the football. All right, here comes the Hurricanes. Brashard Smith pass, he ran for 6 yards. 2nd and 4, Cheney Jr. for 4 more yards. That's good enough for the first. 1st and 10, Cheney for 2 yards. 2nd and 8, pass complete to Isaiah Horton for 4 yards. Not bad. 3rd and 4, Emory Williams decided to go for yards himself, and then he gets it. First down. Cheney Jr. then rushes for 26 yards. That's great. That's plenty good for the first down. A good rush there by Cheney. 1st and 10, then passes incomplete to Kobe Young. 2nd and 10, Cheney finding these open lanes, and then he didn't quite get the touchdown, but he managed to get to the FSU 5. Good stuff there. Really good stuff there. Now it's 1st and goal. Cheney tries to rush it in himself. He only gets 1 yard out of it. 2nd and goal, then Cheney tries again, but he only gets 1 yard out of it again. The pass rush at the FSU sees it coming. 3rd and goal, we try a different tactic. Emory Williams, pass complete to Jacoby George. That's a touchdown. Good play there and good play call there by Cristobal and Shannon Dawson. Emory Williams finds a pass to Jacoby George for 3 yards. Got a touchdown out of it. And now next thing you realize we're down by 3. So awesome stuff there. Awesome stuff there. Now this is where we get into controversy and why I'm begging a miracle to get the hell out of ACC. All right, so Florida State starts off with an offensive holding. That is Jeremiah Byers. 1st and 20, they were scrambling, and Jordan Travis sacked by Wesley Bassain, loss of 14 yards. It should have said safety. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I think they should have said safety. And I'm going to bring this up. This is where the sack happened. Here it is. I popped it up. Yeah. Here it is. Look at this. Look at this. Now, here's the here's the orange. That's the pylon. Body was in the end zone. Now I understand if the knee hit the line, but the body and the football right there, right there. He was backing up in the end zone by rule. And I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say the same thing with this play. Remember that? Do you remember that? Same situation, same schedule, same season. Neither of these were called safety. And this knee was down, right? This knee was down. So, as I'm gonna try to find the video, and if I get copyrighted, so be it. I think it's worth it. Here we go. Here we go. Now that I pull up the video, I'm gonna show you something, right? This is where my football brain gets in. So if you look at this play, right? Here's Jordan Travis going back. Here's the pass rusher. Now I want you to look at the left knee, his left knee. All right. I'm going to replay it right here. If I get copyrighted, then so be it. As you can see the reflection of the... Look at this. Here's the football. Here's the knee right there, right? The knee down. Where is it down? The end zone. By rule, that's a safety. That is a safety. And guess what? The officials, they after and then even look at the replay. The Colts stood. And the Colts stood as a sack, no safety. The whole sideline and myself went bonkers. Honestly, they need to be held accountable. Just how horrible miscalled that was. And I don't care if the game was close. This would have impacted the game clearly, and also too, it I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Honestly, how do you miss that safety? How do you miss it? It's blatant obvious. I don't care how fast it went. You look at the replay, you see where the knee is landed, and you know where the football is, and you still call it a sack. Proving the ACC referees are so incompetent, they don't deserve to referee these games. Oh my goodness, it's so horrendous. It's so horrendous. Anyway, enough rant. Enough ranting. Trey Benson, no gain next. Jordan Travis, incomplete. And then and it's our ball. It's our ball afterwards. Emory Williams then throws an incomplete pass. And that was almost picked off. That pass was almost picked off. They went to replay, and I swear they would have called that interception, then this game would have been sketchy as fuck. And we've been through some sketchy shit over the years, not just for the Hurricanes, but the Dolphins as well. But thankfully, it's still an incomplete pass. Now, Chaney runs for 18 yards, a good rush there. Chaney then gets held down with no gain after that. So second down. 2nd and 10, pass complete to Brashard Smith for 9 yards. 3rd and 1, Fletcher loses 5 yards, and the only option here is to kick a field goal. And they did. They tied it up, and that's halftime. Then we start at the 47 FSU. Clever motherfuckers decide to trick us with an onside kick, and it did not work. It ended up not working. Are you serious right now? Number 4 in the nation, you're going to do something dirty like that. Thankfully, Miami recovers it. Now, Fletcher runs rush for 20 yards, so good start there. Fletcher then loses a yard rush, and Fletcher loses 2 more yards. And Williams pass complete to Jacoby George for a loss of 3. Just the offensive line they need to help our quarterback, and he's not getting the help that he needs. Borregales then tries a 51-yarder again, but this time he makes it in. And the Hurricanes took the lead here, and um, and it was fun while it lasted. we were up by 3 at one point. Then FSU, of course, responded. Jordan Travis then passed complete to Coleman for 8 yards. Jordan Travis then freaking passed complete to Douglas for 62 yards, all the way to the Miami 5. Defensive blown coverage, bro. It's insane. Then Travis throws an incomplete pass. Then pass complete to Coleman for 3 yards. Third and goal, Travis lose 2 yards. So that is kind of a sack, but I don't think they counted. Fitzgerald then chip shot in for 22 yards. Tie game. All right then. Emory Williams then rushed for no gain. 2nd and 10, Cheney for 4 yards. 3rd and 6, Fletcher with a 1-yard rush. Fourth, and this became a 3 and out. This became a 3 and out. This became a 3 and out. Now there was a fumble at the end, the punt return. It wasn't really a fumble. Here's what really happened. So the ball lands by Keon Coleman, and the ball bounced off the ground, and it touches Keon Coleman. So whenever the ball touches someone, the play is live. So there were a couple of Hurricanes players there, just unable to not get in time, and I thought for sure he got it, but Coleman recovered it anyway, and they still take over. So 4 plays later, what does Florida State do? Oh, yeah, that's right. Toafili rushed for 1 yard. 2nd and 9, Travis pass complete to Johnny Wilson for 26 yards. 1st and 10, incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Benson. I don't know why you didn't tackle and why you didn't see him coming through. And that was to the house. 38-yard touchdown, Trey Benson. Crowd goes ballistic, and it's a sold-out crowd too, up in Tallahassee. And they recapture the lead. It's now 20-13. Great. All right, Hurricanes. Next, Emory Williams passing complete to Jacoby George. Then he tries again with Restrepo, and Restrepo just struggling to find the football and finding something to get something. He's not being targeted enough, and he can't catch a football because he's barely targeted. And I think Emory Williams knows that. And I think he legitimately feels bad about it. 3rd and 10, Florida State gets called for a hold, which is a good call. When you hold someone during a route, it's a hold like that. Basically, especially when you're hugging it like that. Cheney loses a yard. 2nd and 9. Actually, he didn't lose a yard. He got a yard, and the same thing happened. 2nd and 9, 3rd and 8. Incompletes Isaiah Horton, and then there was a punt. Now Florida State tries again with their own. Both times is a pass. Coleman and Morlock for 7 yards and 11 yards. That'll be good for the first. Then Wilson caught the football from pass. Jordan Travis for 21 yards. That's good for the first. Benson loses 2 yards. Travis then throws an incomplete pass to Wilson. 3rd and 12, Travis, he gets sacked by Magua for 13 yards. So good open lane to find Travis to the sack, and then that's costly for FSU. So they had to punt. All right, then we go to the 3rd quarter. Still, all right. So couple of rushes. Fletcher with no gain. Second to 10. Fletcher for 6 more yards. That ends the third quarter. And Williams incomplete pass to George. Just these inaccurate throws. Inaccurate throws. Now, the good news with Emory Williams, with when he's throwing inaccurate passes, he's not committing any turnovers. He did not commit any turnovers tonight. Um, so on so bad. So it is a 3-and-out. Then Florida State, they started their own side of 3-and-out as well, so not much to comment there. And then Emory Williams still not finding receivers. We have our 3-and-out as well, so not much to say there. Um, then although I will comment on that punt, Coleman returns for 57 yards all the way to the Miami 10. Wretched, wretched. Then Jordan Travis rushed for 7 yards, second and goal, and then Devontae Brown gets called for a pass interference, and then that's a fresh set of downs. Then Jordan Travis loses 4 yards on a rush, second and goal, touchdown Seminoles. I mean, pass complete to Keon Coleman for 6 yards, and he just gets it. He just straight up gets it. The score is now 27-13. And the accuracy of Emory Williams struggles. It's another 3-and-out Hurricanes. Just nothing there. And then an FSU just got nothing. Just one pass to Douglas for 6 yards. That is a 3-and-out right there. Next play is the Hurricanes start their possession. We started with the false start, so we have to go back 5 yards. So great. First and 15, Emory Williams, pass complete to Jacoby George. Gone. He is just gone. Two defenders, one of them just flew by, and Jacoby George just caught the football. Nobody in front of him, and he was to the house on the right side of the field. Touchdown Hurricanes, showing up the U sign to the crowd. What a pass by and gutsy pass by Emory Williams. And I mean, such a praise right there. Honestly, for a true freshman, what a clutch there. And Jacoby George took care of the football and it took care of the rest. All right. Now then, FSU trying to respond. First and 10 is Trey Benson for 17 yards. First and 10 after that is 1 yard rush by Benson. Second and 9, Jordan Travis completes to Johnny Wilson for 10 yards. First and 10, Lawrence Toffoli for 4 yards. Second and 6, Benson loses a yard. Third and 7, Travis gets sacked by Francisco Magua again for 12 yards. He loses 12 yards there. And definitely great defense. And that's the thing too. Even though the defense gave up a couple of touchdowns, the defense really held down Florida State's offense for that long. The defense is bailing them out. The problem is the offense is not doing their part. But they would eventually get it right, like that. So while we're down by 7, we still have a shot to get down the end zone to try to tie this thing up. Can they do it? So Emory Williams pass incomplete to Restrepo. Restrepo, I feel bad for this kid because he is a darn good player and he just wants to grab a football and do this part. And even Emory Williams too. And before that touchdown pass, he was actually beside himself and he was just angry with himself. Not doing enough, and I wouldn't say not doing enough, even though I already did. But he's not. He wasn't really accurate, and he blames himself just as much as the defense of FSU. So it took a while for him to calm down, and he had help for coaching and Tyler Van Dyke. Now again, incomplete pass. Second and 10, pass complete to Brashard Smith for 9 yards. Third and one, Donald Chaney Jr. Loses a yard. Now, the next play, fourth and two. Emory Williams scrambles for 2 yards, got the first down, but with a heavy, heavy cost. Um, after that, after that first down, um, he hurts himself. He hurt he. I don't know if I don't know if the FSU player got him, but he hurt him. He hurt his arm really badly, um, and I think it was so bad enough. You can almost hear his you can almost hear his frustration, pain. Really, pain is the right word to use. You can almost hear his pain, just emotional of the injury, and he gets carted off. And and which quarterback steps in for him? TBD. And he throws an incomplete pass to Restrepo. And at that point, I was praying hard for Emory Williams with this kid. I am just praying hard that he gets better as soon as possible. And I hope it's not a long term thing. And yes, even though the season's already inching closer to the end, you got to think of their health, like their actual health, not just for the game, but for the human heart, like that. So I hope it's not that serious, and hopefully he recovers quickly. All right, Van Dyke throws an incomplete pass to Restrepo. 2nd and 10. Fletcher rushed for 3 yards. 3rd and 7. False start Miami. 3rd and 12. Pass complete to Kobe Young for 14 yards. Kobe Young finally getting some name out of him. That's good for the first down. And first down, pass complete to Kobe Young for 15 more yards. So we're getting somewhere. Then this is where everything falls apart. Then it's like 3 times in a row. Either it was good coverage or not. He throws an incomplete pass. 4th and 10. This is it. He scrambles and then he throws the football and it's picked off. Not surprised. Not surprised. I mean, this is why he gets benched. Jerry and Jones, first turnover of the game, first turnover of the whole game came down to this one play. And he throws an interception. And that's your ball game. Whatever, man. We still lead the series. We still lead the rivalry series. So there were a couple of penalties. One was an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play due to celebration or taunting or some shit. 1st and 10, then Miami gets called for a substitute infraction, which pretty much means you have 12 men on the field. And then they just take the knee, and then that's it. FSU wins this one 27-20. Not much to say after that. Um, I thought the defense played great, and I thought Emory Williams played great for a true freshman. He played pretty good. I thought he played pretty good. Jacoby George. I mean to me he's the player of the game. 2 touchdowns, 5 receptions, and 153 yards. He is just on a reign of terror. And he is backing up his backup quarterback, a true freshman. Um, Kid, Emory Williams, I'm praying for you. I hope you get better soon. And really, not just for the game, but for your health as well. Um, so, in the end, FSU takes this one. And Jordan Travis, as far as I know, he's the first Seminole quarterback to beat the Hurricanes 3 straight years. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Um, it is what it is. I did predict we were gonna lose against FSU. Although I didn't expect the game to be this close. I'm really happy about the team efforts. I really am. That's why I'm really not so frustrated about this. Um, Now, I would say things were heated in this game. And I think there was one point where, and I didn't forget about this, there was one point where targeting would have been called, and this is just another ACC referee incompetence. That was clearly a target, but targeting, but they didn't call targeting. In fact, they say the field the play stands, no target, so no ejection there. As you know, yeah, no. Anyway, Emory Williams 8 for 23, a lot of missed passes, and that's okay. He's learning the big level the hard way against Florida State. But once he finds a receiver, that's it. 175 yards, two touchdown passes, both of them were by Jacoby George. And 175 yards. Tyler Van Dyke 2 for 7, one interception. Awful. Jordan Travis, 19 for 31, 265 yards. He only threw one touchdown pass tonight, and that was for Keon Coleman. As far as rushing, really not much with rushing. Cheney, 85 yards. That's the highest for the game. Mark Fletcher. Uh, Benson with 80 yards, 16 carries. Seems like Cheney did a little bit better with terms of yardage, obviously. But for Benson, he has rushed 2 touchdowns. That's the difference here. Miami's receiving. Yeah, I just explained it. Jacoby George, 2 touchdowns, 153 yards. But everyone else for FSU. Wilson with 82 yards, 5 receptions. Douglas, 3 for 69 yards. Jaheim Bell, 3 for 41 yards. Keon Coleman, yeah, I just explained it. But yeah, Coleman only fumbled once. That was from that punt return, but he managed to pick it back up. And that's pretty much it. Magwat with 2 sacks, a couple of sacks from DeLoach, and he would be the only guy who gets 2 sacks. We got 3 sacks tonight. But yeah, and yes, you have that one interception with Jerry and Jones, and that's your ball game. Not much to say. I'm not angry about this because I knew this was going to be the outcome. In fact, I could say I'm even with how this team played against the really ravishing FSU team. There is hope for the future. There really is. And next game we got Louisville, and I'm eating my words with my prediction early this year. I think we're gonna get our asses kicked, but it's in Hard Rock, so maybe there'll be something different. But who is gonna start this game? I just don't think Emory Williams is gonna come back in time for that game. Do you go back to Van Dyke? How do they compete against Louisville? They're 9-1. They're 11 in the nation. Although I will say Florida State is number 4, and then we held them to just 7 point differential win. Can they try and make this upset? I don't know. Do you put in Van Dyke again, where he's going to throw like a million interceptions, or will you take a real chance with Ja'Cory Brown? We'll see next week as the season coming to an end soon in a few weeks. And we have the national television game against Boston College on November 24th. So, I have 4. Oh, wait, I have 4 games at least on that day. Great. But yeah, let's see what happens here. We'll see what happens here. Now, we're still bowl eligible, so that's good. Can they do it? Let's see what happens. Hey, let's see what happens. I'll try anything to get us a win and get a statement, so that we can have a winning record at least. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. If you have enjoyed this video, as always, go Canes. Even though times are really tough, hit the like button, subscribe to my content because my TV is back. And when he does, hit it right there with the entertainment you deserve. Coming up next is a Heat video, and I'll see you guys then. Good night, everybody.